All right, so moving on today, we're still in section 9.5. Just want to take a look at some problems that we really haven't seen a whole lot of just yet, but we're still adding and subtracting rational expressions. Okay, so first up here, I want to try and stick somewhat similar to what we were doing at the end of last week here. Okay, so again, first thing we want to do here is just factor those denominators, okay? And actually, both these are going to be GCF factoring cases. So again, there's my original. I'm just going to factor it on this next to it here. So it's going to be 4 divided by x times x minus 3 plus 8 divided by, I'm going to factor out a 3 here. I got a 3 and a 9, so I can factor out a 3 times x minus 3. All right, so this is the original just factored. So as far as your common denominator, first up, the obvious one is they both have an x minus 3, so they have to have x minus 3. This one has an x, this one has a 3, so you're going to need a 3x times x minus 3. So next up, we got to make our common denominators. Okay, so my first fraction, I'm missing a 3. I have an x, I have an x minus 3, so I got to multiply my first fraction by 3 divided by 3. This fraction, I'm missing an x in the denominator, so I got to multiply by x over x. So this one's going to turn into 3 times 4 is 12, plus x times 8 is 8x, all divided by 3x times x minus 3. If you just want to clean this up a little bit, put the 8x first, so we got 8x plus 12 divided by, if you want to distribute that 3x, make it 3x squared minus 9x, that's fine. Okay, so that's a nice looking final answer right there. Okay, but again, you always want to factor, see what the denominators are made of, and then be thinking, what do they have in common, and then what are they missing? Okay, this one needed a 3, this one needed an x, so that's what we multiplied the numerator and denominator by to get those. All right, next up here. All right, so in this one, there's no denominator over here, so this is actually going to make life pretty easy. Okay, so this is my original, just so we're all clear. You could think of this as, makes life real easy. It's a denominator of 1. So you're going to make your common denominator here x minus 6. So I just got to multiply the numerator and denominator over here by x minus 6. So to add these up, I'm going to have 3 divided by x minus 6. I don't have to do anything to that, so that's really nice. And then I just have to multiply numerator and denominator over here by x minus 6. So I'm going to end up with 3 plus, I'm going to do x times 4 and get 4x. Negative 6 times 4 is going to be minus 24, all divided by x minus 6. Just simplify this a little bit. 4x, 3 minus 24 is negative 21, all divided by x minus 6. And that's all we would need for a final answer there. All right. So again, always be looking, see what's in each denominator. And then you want to be thinking, what is each denominator missing? In this case, this one needs an x minus 6. Okay. So So we got two more here. Alright, so this one we do not have to bother factoring the denominators at all to start. But this denominator is x plus 2, this denominator is x minus 2. So for this one, my common denominator is going to be x plus 2 times x minus 2. So for my first fraction, I need to put an x minus 2 over here. So we'll multiply numerator and denominator of the first fraction by x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. My second fraction, I already have an x minus 2, so I got to do an x plus 2. Okay. So my denominators are going to turn into x squared minus 4. It's a different, you have a difference of squares in the denominators there. So first up, I got to do x times 2, and then negative 2 times 2x. So I'm going to get 2x squared minus 4x. And then on this side, I'm going to get a minus 3x squared. 3x times x is 3x squared, but I got to subtract them. 3x times 2, so we'll have minus 6x then. All divided by x minus 2 times x plus 2. So final answer, do like terms in the numerator. 2x squared minus 3x squared, negative 1x squared. Negative 4x minus 6x is negative 10x. My denominator is a difference of squares, like I said, so x squared minus 4. All right. So again, you're just looking to see what each one's missing. This one was missing x minus 2. This one was missing an x plus 2. So this one gets multiplied by the x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. The second one gets multiplied by x plus 2 divided by x plus 2. Okay. So last up then. Let's go with all right. So on something like this, again, you need to factor the denominators first. So again, this is my original. And let's factor it. Factor the denominators. So we get 3x divided by x plus 1 times x plus 4 minus 2 divided by x plus 1 times x plus 8. So they have x plus 1s in common. This one has an x plus 4 and this has an x plus 8. So my common denominator is going to be x plus 1 times x plus 4 times x plus 8. So that means my first fraction is going to have to get multiplied by x plus 8 divided by x plus 8. Second fraction, I need an x plus 4 over there, so multiply numerator and denominator by x plus 4. So over here, my numerator, I'm going to do 3x times x, get 3x squared. 3x times 8 is 24x. Over here, I got to do 2 times x, but remember, I'm subtracting. So minus 2x, 2 times 4 is 8. So it's going to be minus 8 denominator. All right. If you want, I think it's a good idea to multiply all this out. So final answer, I'm going to have 3x squared in the numerator plus 22x minus 8. My denominator, I'm going to work that out over here. X plus 1 times x plus 4 is x squared plus 5x plus 4. So I get x cubed plus 5x squared plus 4x plus 8x squared plus 40x plus 32. So that'll be x cubed plus 13x squared plus 44x plus 32. All right. So again, practice this stuff. It's going to be important. Moving on here. You got any questions? Email me. Have a good day. Bye.